Hi, I'm Rachel Neville. I'm an artist, I'm a photographer, and a former dancer. At the end of 2024, something completely unexpected happened. Through meditation, I opened to channel. It's a bit of an origin story, that's for sure. But what's relevant now is that I am a vessel for Artemis, who is also one of my primary guides, and a whole host of other beings who step forward to bring us messages, who call themselves the collective. This is a real channeled session, shared with permission, meant to help you reconnect to your own inner guidance, your own sense of the greater consciousness around us. No scripts, no performance. I need to be clear about my role here. I'm the vessel. I'm sort of like a radio. The wisdom comes through me, but I'm not the source of it. My job is to create these sacred spaces for the messages to come through. Your job is to allow for the vibration to sit into your system, to sink into your tissues, and allow your cognitive mind to absorb the information. For transparency, any long pauses that naturally occur during a transmission may have been trimmed just for flow. Basic audio and lighting may be adjusted a little bit, but really nothing else has been changed. The messages and the energy remain completely authentic. If you feel called to be here, welcome. Your presence shapes some of the messages that come through. Let's see if they've got another one today. Yes, good afternoon. We would like to discuss an area that becomes a tricky subject for many of you. Your way of being as you speak to yourself. So frequently, without realizing it, your internal conversations around yourselves are derogatory. Even if you, on a surface level, think, no, that cannot be. No, I like the way I look. No, I am happy in who I am. Your internal dialogue on those areas of your life, or those ways of being, or those connection points to your friends and family, run on a consistent loop in the background. Those topics that you wished you had not said, those ways of being that you regret, those things that you did that you decided were not in your best interest, you revisit them over and over and over as a way of protecting yourself from participating in or completing those tasks again. And as you begin to become more aware of your conversations by living as an observer, to spend a day or two focusing on watching the internal dialogue as it centers on yourself. What are you saying about yourself when you look in the mirror? What are you saying about yourself in your mouth to be chewed? What are you saying about yourself when you turn in that project or complete an item on your to-do list? You may be not thinking specifically negative thoughts per se, but in the absence of appreciation for yourself, often a general attitude of negativity exists in the silence. We would not have you at this time, as you are listening to this, catch yourself in these thoughts and try to immediately shift them, or this is a band-aid effect. This is like placing a positive over a negative, which cancels each other out and does not have the desired effect. What we would have you do is begin to simply notice where this happens most often in your day. At the beginning of your day, in the middle of your day, at the end of your day. Are these thoughts most often surrounding one circumstance, one way of being, or one activity? From this point of view, we will begin over the next several weeks to offer practices and meditation based on these particulars. For those of you who find yourself in these ways of being and thinking in the morning are different than those of you who find yourself in situations where the conversations are task-based or evening-based. Should you enjoy participating in this experiment, we would encourage you to keep a short journal, a post-it note, anything where you can write down your observations and simply observe. We wish you a beautiful day. Okay, I guess that's a collective group work thing we're going to do. I think watch out for how we post these. We might create a little series around this. So if you're watching this and then you're coming back to look for their comments on the morning and the afternoon and the evening, or however we section this out, we'll try to section that out for you. But definitely send us a couple of comments or notes if you have them. If there's one area of this that you'd particularly like help with, I'm sure they would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. The real work begins, of course, when you turn off this video. It's one thing to sit in these vibrations and listen and feel good, and it's another thing to take it into your real life and really connecting to the greater consciousness and that well of well-being that exists for all of us. My hope is that these messages simply remind you of the connection that's available, the guides that are here to help, quite literally the love that surrounds us and is always within us. Trust what you know, take what serves you, and leave the rest. Come back as often as you need to listen to the messages, to sit in the vibration and allow it to sink into your tissues. Reach out with any questions that you have. It's been my experience that the guides will always answer. Not necessarily always in the way you're expecting or in what you're hoping, but always in the way that you need for that particular moment in time. If this felt meaningful, there are more of these transmissions on this channel. Please feel free to subscribe. We also offer one-on-one sessions and community support for those who are looking for a deeper connection. Thanks for being here with me in the collective today.